Hallelujah, we finally got some X-Men 97 news. Hello, this is Mr. Hornsby 3. This is the Mr. Hornsby 3 show. And today, I am going to be talking about all the news that came out of New York Comic Con. We got some trailer news. We saw a trailer. A bunch of frickin' toy news to cover. New image gallery hit last week as well. And I'm going to talk about all of it right now. But before I do, something I forgot to do again Monday. I should have did this Monday, but I completely forgot. So, who they think gonna beat the Bengals? the freaking Packers. Anyway, let's get into the news. And the first thing I want to talk about, because we got a big trailer drop. Finally got some X-Men 97 Season 2 news. And kind of clears up my words about them making X-Men 97 Season 2 terrible. So, over the weekend, the X-Men 97 Season 2 trailer dropped. It starts out with clips from Apocalypse, from the Come of Apocalypse episode, the Cure episode. Then it shows a couple other Apocalypse episodes and that. And then we get into the big reveal. Then we get into some new trailer, like they do the Marvel animation logo. I wonder if they're going to forget. I hope, honestly, I hope, before I talk about any further with the show, I hope that when they freaking do the whole, when that season starts, I hope they start out with previously on X-Men. And they just show a bunch of things of Apocalypse, from the freaking Come of Apocalypse all the way to the freaking, the Beyond Good and Evil arc. But, like I said, the Marvel Animation Studio stuff comes up. It has the X-Men inside as the things blinking and all that. I mean, the trailer was low quality, but hey, at least it was a trailer. Then after that, you know, we also see Apocalypse from the post-credit cliffhanger that they had at the end of Season 1, which was nearly 2 years ago now. But they show that off. Then they show, you know, Gambit dying and all that again. Or then they cut the Magneto. Then they cut the Rogue. Then they cut the Jean and Cyclops in the future with Cable. Then, boy, I'll tell you what. So much to unpack with this friggin' trailer, because we see where Cable is. It looks like Cable in the trailer is recruiting somebody. We get a clip of Colossus. We also see my favorite female X-Men character. Fudge. My favorite female X-Men character, Psylocke. And we're gonna see more of the thong, to thong, thong, thong. Thong, to thong, thong, thong. Yeah. You saw my X-Men Mutant Apocalypse playthrough, you know what I said about Psylocke on that freaking video. We're also gonna get Archangel back. Also a clip of the freaking X Factor in it. Looks like Multiple Man survived. I could have swore Multiple Man died, but apparently he survived. Let's see, because they were all at that freaking dance when freaking Bastion blew up the whole freaking, blew up all Genosha. And Multiple Man was in there. I guess he left before that. I don't know. But yeah, Multiple Man was with X Factor. We see Bishop telling Forge, we got to get X-Men back into the 1990s because someone scattered them across time. We get Mother Ascani, which, by the way, I'm very excited for the casting news about who's going to be Mother Ascani. in X-Men 97 Season 2? Because it's from my favorite Star Trek show, Star Trek The Next Generation. We're getting Kate McFadden, a.k.a. Picard's main love interest in Star Trek The Next Generation. Yeah, they finally revealed it in the final episode that they were in love with each other. Well, there was a few episodes before that where they had the thing where they, revealed they were in love. Picard, probably why he frickin' was so rude to Wesley was because he wanted to be Wesley's father. I don't know, but anyway, let's get back into X-Men 97. We also see Omega Red, which is one of my favorite freaking X-Men villains, and he's a Wolverine villain. We see a lot of Wolverine in this trailer. We also see Wolverine is teaming up with Wolverine and Mort are teaming up with Sabretooth and freaking Lady Deathstrike. I guess they got knocked into the future as well. One character I'm hoping we do see return. She was a big part of the original run of the show, was Mystique. So I'm hoping to see her return. But, wow. We see Nightcrawler fighting in his robe. We see the Storm's in somewhere, and she's got a new suit. Jane and Cyclops use the, new X-Men costumes. I guess that's going to be toward the end of the season. What else was in the trailer? Then we see 3 different versions of Apocalypse. We see Inside Manor, then we see current day Apocalypse, then we see the new Apocalypse, which is pretty cool. But pretty much how the trailer ends. Like I said, we also get Wolverine teaming up with frickin' Lady Deathstrike and frickin' Sabretooth. Glad to see Sabretooth back in the show. In fact, when I talked about X-Men 97 season finale, and when I've done a few predictions of I hope to see, or maybe it was just things I hope to see, I said I hope to see the return of, Sabretooth. And there's my beautiful wife Sheila coming in. But I was like, man, I hope we see the return of Sabretooth in this freaking show, because Sabretooth is a key part of the X-Men animated series, original run as well. And, we're also going to get Colossus. Is he finally going to join the X-Men? Because in the original show, they kind of teased he was thinking about joining the X-Men, but he never did. But we see in Wolverine and the X-Men, he's joined the X-Men. Also, X-Men Evolution shows him joining the X-Men at the end of X-Men Evolution. So we've never seen him in the top show of X-Men join the X-Men. But, so yeah, Colossus in his tank top. The tank top looks a little grayer than what it was in the original show, because in the original show he wore a white one. But yeah, so we're getting a lot of new characters. We're gonna see Generation X. We see an older Jubilee with longer hair. We see an older Sunspot with his X-Force suit, which a lot of people are thinking X-Force is gonna be a part of the show. Generation X. Funny thing is, I had the Wolfsbane figure when I was a kid from the original X-Men the animated series. I'm like, well, heck, she only showed up in one episode, but hey, I'll keep her. So I had that figure. We also are going to see the Danger Room, and I think I read that freaking comic. I think I read it on I think Audible or something. Read that comic where Danger's freaking where Danger's come alive and all that stuff. She's putting the X-Men through all that trouble. We also see Polaris. So she's going to be a part of the show. Now, well, she was part of X Factor originally in the original show anyway. Are we going to see Iceman return? Maybe. Are we going to see, is freaking Havoc going to find out that him and Cyclops are brothers? Is Cable going to say, Uncle Havoc, or something like that? Because as far as I know, unless they did it off screen in the show, in the original show X-Men, they did not know, Cyclops and Havoc did not know they were brothers. So maybe we'll see. But it looks like they're going to do what Bo DeMayo did last year, and they're going to mesh in some newer comic stuff with some older comic stuff. And I figured, Because I don't know how Bo DeMayo's vision was for the new season. Was it going to be a full-on Age of Apocalypse run, or was it going to be like X-Men Legends, where it's kind of Age of Apocalypse, but it's not Age of Apocalypse? Because in X-Men Legends 2, Rise of Apocalypse, it was kind of in the Apocalypse freaking Age of Apocalypse timeline, but it wasn't. So yeah, I guess Cyclops and Jean are in the Age of Apocalypse timeline, and they're gonna end up stopping Apocalypse with Cable or so. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, man, really excited for this trailer. Really excited about season 2 because I was worried this show was gonna suck. Because boy, one of the people that's one of the lead writers on it, or the new showrunner, did What If season 2 and 3. I think he did all 3 seasons of What If. But season 2 of What If was decent, it was okay. But season 3 of What If just sucked. Flat out sucked. I watched all 3 seasons of What If, and season 3 just flat out sucked. I did like seeing Storm in season 3, though. I was glad to see Storm in season 3 of What If. But outside of that, the frickin' season 3 just sucked. So, I don't know. But yeah, man, this show, I'm excited. Looks like it's gonna be good. I can't wait to see it. Summer 2026 is when it's coming out, which is, you know, kind of stupid. I was hoping they'd do it in January and that, since we waited for a freaking whole year. For a whole year before they put it out, so I was hoping they put it out in January or February. Now, if they're gonna put it out around March and that, like they did the last time, that'd be fine too. But it sounds like May into June, because they said summer 2026. So it's going to be May or June when season 2 drops. But you know what? This kind of, you know, calms some of my worries about them ruining the show, because it looks like it's going to be as good as the first season. Maybe even better. I can't wait to see the future. And I think this will be the first time, if he stays, because he was just glowing blue, but in the future, Apocalypse is like blue. So this might be the first time in the X-Men animated series that Apocalypse is blue. He's been blue in X-Men Evolution. He was blue in Wolverine in the X-Men, although he looked kind of like a freaking clown. I thought he looked kind of like a goofy clown in Wolverine in the X-Men, but yeah, he was blue in that. So he's finally going to be blue in this freaking season of X-Men. And like I said, he's always been purple. And I guess purple and blue. Oh my god, I think he's like purple and blue throughout this show. So yeah, I guess they just didn't want to make it blue and black, so they made it purple and blue instead. Or maybe they just couldn't mix the colors right in the cartoon. But you know what? Very iconic look from the X-Men animated series for Apocalypse. You know, honestly, I'm more interested in seeing him in the purple than I am seeing him in the blue, because, you know, like I said, my first introduction to Apocalypse was in the original X-Men the animated series, and he was purple and blue through that, so I like that color for him than I did the blue and black and all that. So yeah, but he is going to be blue. It looks like he's going to be blue in the future of season 2 of X-Men 97. How he gets to be blue in the future when he's still purple in the present, I have no clue. But very excited. Can't wait for X-Men 97 season 2. There's my shirt right there. So yeah, we're finally going to get a Wolverine focused episode. We didn't get that in season 1. And it sounds like they want to do multiple seasons of this show. You know what? I hope the show goes on as long as it does. As long as it's good. Once they finish that, they should probably get the Wolverine and the X-Men. But, you know, hope it does good. And you know what? If this arc is going to be Age of Apocalypse, then you should just break it down. The first part of this, you know, you should just break it down. This arc starts out with Age, you know, them seeping into the Age of Apocalypse. Then the next season could be more of Age of Apocalypse. And then we could get into Onslaught. Hopefully they will still go with Onslaught. But we'll see how it goes, if they even bother teasing it. Something in one of the trailers looks like they're kind of teasing Onslaught. Like if you pay attention to, there's just one scene in this trailer where there's these clouds, and then this thing looks like freaking Onslaught's helmet. So maybe they'll get into that eventually with season 2 of X-Men, after they finish all the Apocalypse stuff. And I went, hey man, if they're gonna have this go and they want this to be good, I hope they take this season and the next season and just make it Age of Apocalypse. I wouldn't even care about that. But we'll have to see. Oh my god. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Very excited for that. Also, some news came out. Now, take this with a grain of salt because nothing I don't think has been confirmed by Rockstar yet. But supposedly, the final trailer of GTA 6 might be coming out. A lot of people talked about it. Trippy Commentaries talks about it. And a couple other YouTube channels have talked about it. I only watch Trippy Commentaries because everybody else that's freaking doing these GTA stuff, I'm just like, hey, I ain't gonna pay attention. I'll pay attention to Trippy Commentaries, or freaking if GTA Series Videos does a video about all the freaking about GTA 6. This trailer coming out next month. But we'll find out for sure. If it does, that'll be cool because, you know, I'm sure a lot of people want to see how the gameplay looks. This might focus more on how the gameplay looks or how the game plays and all that stuff. And I want to see stuff like what kind of sharks are in this game. Are they going to have great whites in this one? Are they going to have, I think it was a tiger or a bull shark in GTA 5. I could be wrong. It might have supposedly been a great white, but it looked like a freaking tiger or bull shark to me, so. Will they have tiger or bull sharks? Will they have the megalodon? Who knows? I mean, just for the fun of it, they should just put the megalodon. Even though the megalodon supposedly doesn't exist anymore. You know, supposedly doesn't exist. I thought about doing a video talking about that right before Shark Week started, but I'm like, yeah, so much stuff went on. So much news was going on at that time, I didn't get around to that video. I was even thinking about talking about how great white sharks, these ones that are bigger than what a normal great white is, might have been a new form of megalodon. But, you know what? We'll keep that talk. I'll try to get one around next year's Shark Week. Yeah, so we'll see. But, yeah. So, supposedly GTA 6's trailer is supposed to be coming out next month. We'll see. I mean, honestly, even if it does come out next month, we still gotta wait till May before the game comes out. And yeah, November, the trailer might get us excited for the game. But, yeah, we'll have to see. I think it's gonna be a good game. They've had so much frickin' time, it'll be frickin' 13 motherfucking years since they came out with GTA 5. 13 years frickin' flying here, being annoying. Anyway, so we'll see. 13 years, that's a long time. Ugh. To wait for a game. I don't care. I mean, well, then again, Ninja Gaiden 3 came out like many years ago. And we just now got Ninja Gaiden 4 this year. Come on now. We'll have to see how it goes. But, you know, and I've thought about getting Ninja Gaiden 4, but, you know, I think I'm just going to get the freaking Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, and I'm going to say, screw every other game. I'm not even getting mad until tax season next year. So, yeah. Screw every other game. I'm getting freaking Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. If only Nostalgic would get the freaking actual arcade of a Mortal Kombat game, or 1, 2, or 3. But they won't do it. They're being cheap about it. And they're freaking, but yeah, they got a crappy Injustice arcade cabinet. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? I don't want Injustice. Screw Injustice. And my stupid dogs are barking. I apologize for that. But, I don't want no stupid injustice. When I was talking to the guy, I was like, well, you gonna get Primal Rage, Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat? No. Those are very expensive ones to get. And I think the head guy would kill me for that. But, oh, we got this Injustice game. I don't want no stupid Injustice game. They even freaking changed the way the look of the arcade is. To freaking, to make it look like the arcades of the 80s and that. And you can't get Mortal Kombat? Come on now. I'm on nostalgic. But anyway, getting off track. Alright, let's get into toy news. And I'm going to talk about the rest of the stuff that was announced. Was revealed. It's the new Legends wave. It's coming out, I think, early next year. It's got Stone Cold Steve Austin, Mr. Fuji, and all that. I'm really excited for the Stone Cold Steve Austin because the Stone Cold Steve Austin is coming with the baseball shirt he wore through most of '98. Now, when he wore that, now they made the figure. He's coming with jeans. Coming with a blue strap WWF Championship, Big Eagle, my favorite WWF Championship or WWE Championship ever made. But I was hoping they would frickin' finally put the block logo on the frickin' Big Eagle, the blue version of the Big Eagle belt, because when that belt came out, it had a block logo. But yet, they went with the lazy route and did the scratch logo again. I'm like, are you serious? The scratch logo for the blue Big Eagle did not have a scratch logo. It had a block logo. So, I don't know. The scratch logo on it, but the figure looks good. It's got the new Stone Cold build with the Ultimate Edition that came out this year, which is a very good figure. You know, because I always wonder, I'm like, why did I know Stone Cold wasn't this small, where his arms weren't that big, and his frickin' shoulders were kind of small, his traps were kind of. I'm not saying Stone Cold was like a Hulk Hogan or a Bill Goldberg or something, but heck, he was bigger than what they made with that one Ultimate Edition figure, and all the other Stone Cold figures they've made. Now, they've done well with the basics, and having Stone Cold have a better build, but finally, the Elites and Ultimates are finally getting better built Stone Cold. Also, we're getting Mr. Fuji. Also, with the next Elite Waves, we're getting Demolition. So I'm excited for that. But, you know, really, I just want to talk about the Legend Wave because there's a gallery. There's a gallery of basics and I think a couple other Ultimates, but I ain't too focused on them right now. I mean, heck, last Ultimate I got that I wanted was a big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. Finally got that. So I can wait to see if they put out a frickin' Booker T 2000. Maybe I'm gonna buy a figure next year from eBay, a custom figure of Booker T in his 2000 gear, and a Jeff Jarrett. And the Booker T is gonna be a placeholder until they actually put out a Booker T in the 2000 gear. Jeff Jarrett, we're probably never gonna see a Jeff Jarrett figure because he's probably not gonna work with WWE again. And probably when he does, by the time that'll happen, I'll probably done be passed away, or, you know, Jeff Jarrett will be passed away, or something like that. Who knows? But, yeah. Now, let's get into the main toy news I want to talk about. That's Hasbro Marvel Legends. Now, we got a lot of X-Men 97 figures coming out, which were revealed at Comic-Con, but they made one of the biggest reveals ever, and it's about frickin' time, because I've been talking about this for quite a while with the frickin' Apocalypse figure. They are finally making a giant-sized Apocalypse. Finally. And guess what? It's animated series giant-sized Apocalypse. It's about frickin' time, because golly, we've gotten all the normal size Apocalypse. We got the frickin' Age of Apocalypse one. We got the frickin' animated series one, which I'm hoping, with that giant one coming out, that they re-released the retro card back the retro card back Apocalypse. We also got Apocalypse in that one Build-A-Figure wave, but it was Blue Apocalypse from the comics and all that, so yeah. So hopefully they're going to re-release the retro card back Apocalypse. They did re-release, the Rogue and all that, so maybe they'll do that with Apocalypse. So I was very excited for that. All the other Marvel stuff, it's cool to see, but you know what, I really wasn't too worried about it. I just wanted to see the freaking giant apocalypse because, like, that's the only thing that caught my eye from Hasbro. It's like, whoa, yes, finally, giant size apocalypse. And you know, I'll get to them when I get to NECA. But you know, I think it looks good. I don't know if it's gonna be like that giant man where you gotta pre-order it or whatever, or that dragon thing that they had coming out. I don't know. But the figure looks good. Gotta get the giant size one, and then if they don't re-release it, I'm gonna have to hunt down the normal size one to get that one. Now, if only they would do the giant size apocalypse, you know, from the comics. I know years ago Toy Biz did it when they had the license to Marvel. They had the giant size apocalypse. They also had Galactus, and all you had to do was buy 6 or 7 figures to get the. You don't have to pay whatever you're gonna have to pay for this apocalypse. I'm pretty sure this apocalypse is gonna be like $100 or so. I wonder if he's gonna come with some figures that can fight him, like some X-Men, like maybe a Cable, maybe a Cyclops, Wolverine, and all of them fighting him. I don't know. And I wonder because it looks like he's gonna have a cape in X-Men 97 Season 2, at least in the present anyway. Are they gonna make Caped Apocalypse from X-Men 97? That's what I want to see. But because if you saw the end credit scene, he has the cape. I guess he got that idea from, you know, taking Fabian Cortez's soul. But we'll have to see. But yeah, so I was pretty excited to see the frickin' apocalypse, the giant one. Finally, we're getting one giant size. About frickin' time. It took them forever to make one, and there's been plenty of apocalypse figures in the normal scale, but we haven't got a giant one of him, like after he grows and he's fighting the X-Men and all that stuff, and he's fighting everybody else that battles him and all that. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. Then we got the Hasbro posts, or then we got the Hasbro G.I. Joe stuff. I mean, finally, well, we got the reveal of Python at Comic-Con. That was the big reveal they showed us at Comic-Con. Then we got the reveal of the Royal Guard from Cobra Law. So I'm hoping Galabius is coming. Hopefully a re-release of Serpentor is coming, because that Serpentor is so freaking hard to find. I found it at Toy Department a few times. I haven't had the money for it, but then when I do get the money for it, the damn thing's already sold out. So I like to see Serpentor be put back out. Re-release, retro card back. Or just put him in the normal classified line with the frickin' Chariot, so I can get him and the Chariot with the way you made the Comic-Con exclusive, which I'm still ticked off at Hasbro for that nonsense. Let's make him Comic-Con exclusive. You know, blah, blah, blah. Let's make him the Comic-Con exclusive. And, you know, not many people will want a Serpentor. Oh, yeah. Not many people want him. My G.I. Joe classified collection will not be complete until I have Serpentor and then the other Cobra Law members. So we'll see. I got Flint, got Duke, got Roadblock. Yeah, I think it's Roadblock. I got frickin' Sergeant Slaughter. I got Shipwreck. I got Lady J. I got all the characters. I might have to get a Snake Eyes. I don't know. I got Storm Shadow. I don't get Snake Eyes. But I did get the Native American. What's his name? Shoot. Spirit. I did get Spirit. So Spirit had more of a rivalry with frickin' with Storm Shadow than frickin' Snake Eyes did in the original cartoon. So I did get Spirit. I got Zartan. I wish I got a cartoon version of Zartan. I did not buy his dreadlocks. And you'd have to go and find every friggin' dreadlock. I just wanted Zartan. I don't care about finding the other dreadlocks. Although I was the main 3 that worked for Zartan, I would like to have, like the ponytail guy, the other guy, and the other guy. But as for the rest of them, I'm like, it's all right. I don't need them all. Yeah. So a lot of G.I. Joe news. They showed off a lot of new figures as well. But the big thing was the Royal Guard from Cobra Law, so that means we're probably going to get Galabula soon. Maybe a re-release of Serpentar. They re-released Dr. Mindbender, so I'm pretty sure they'll re-release Serpentar. I know people are demanding it. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are demanding Serpentar. So yeah, we'll see. Alright, Jada Toys. They revealed some Street Fighter Alpha figures. But you know what? I think the Street Fighter Alpha figures look alright. I'm not a big fan of Street Fighter Alpha. I like the original Street Fighter storyline and the original Street Fighter anime more than I do the Alpha stuff. The only good thing I think about Alpha is frickin' I think that's when Akuma came in. Was in the Alpha games. But, you know, I just remember playing the original Street Fighter 2. I didn't even know what Street Fighter 1 was. You know what? I'm going to track down Street Fighter 1. I heard that game's so bad, but I'm going to track it down eventually. And I'm going to try to do a playthrough of it and see how bad it really is. Street Fighter 2 is a pretty good game, pretty good fighting game. But I hear Street Fighter 1 is not that good. So, we'll have to see. But, Street Fighter Alpha figures, some new Scooby-Doo figures, what else did they reveal? A couple other things. I think they may have revealed some other Street Fighter figures as well. But nothing I really was interested in. So, yeah. Hold on a sec. Excuse me. Let's see, what else? Yeah, my daughter made 2 posts. Okay, I see. Alright. Then in the NECA, they showed off the new 2012 Ninja Turtle figures. They had Lord Tiger and the Turtles and Shredder and all that stuff were on display. I think the 2012 Turtles look good by NECA. That's why I hope freaking NECA makes the 2003 Turtles, because the freaking Super 7 Turtles suck. I'm never going to get a chance to see them in person unless I go to another comic shop outside of freaking Kentucky. Because Comic Games said they don't do deals with freaking Super 7 no more because something to do with them trying to cut out the middleman or whatever. Comic Book World, I know Comic Book World might get Super 7 stuff, but I ain't seen no 2003 Ninja Turtle figures there. And honestly, when I saw the Mad Hatter's review of the frickin' 2003 Ninja Turtles by Super 7, they just looked terrible. I thought they sucked. He gave them a decent review, but I think they suck. I hope NECA makes 2003 Ninja Turtle figures, especially if they make Shredder, Utrom Shredder. I just want to see them make an Utrom Shredder. That would be great. The rest of the Turtles will look good, but the Utrom Shredder will look really good if NECA makes them. NECA revealed some more Sesame Street stuff. Looks like they're going all in on Sesame. It seems like every year they go all in on a certain thing. One year they go all in on Ninja Turtles. Next year they go all in on something else. Then a year after that they go all in on something else. This year it was frickin' Sesame Street. And, you know, I'm glad to see Sesame Street stuff get made. And, you know, some of the Sesame Street stuff looks cool, but, you know, it's like, yeah, I grew up watching Sesame Street. And, you know, Barney, who loved the kids. I think he loved the kids a little too much. Was that tasteless? Probably. I think Barney loved the kids a little too much. But yeah. Yeah. So we'll have to see. Also, by the way, I have seen the new Mortal Kombat figures in the stores, and they look good. I think Liu Kang looks a little too big, but I have seen the other Mortal Kombat figures from McFarlane. I think they look good. I like them. I thought about buying them. Yeah, but, you know, I probably ain't got the space to buy them now. If they go with a Shao Kahn Kataro or something like that, I'll probably buy those, and those will be the only ones I buy. The other figures look good, so if you like Mortal Kombat figures, especially the classic from the classic games and that, and with this Legacy collection coming out, go ahead and grab the McFarlane. Go ahead and grab the McFarlane Mortal Kombat figures. All right. Speaking of McFarlane, let's talk about McFarlane reveals. Finally, it's about frickin' time. McFarlane is going back to his bread and butter, and he's making some more Spawn figures. I think the first one's coming out I think sometime next year, maybe the end of this year. So we're getting Spawn figures again. We haven't seen too. We've seen Spawn figures here and there, and I got a Spawn figure over there. But man, McFarlane really has not kept up on, doing Spawn figures too much. Like I've been saying, the past couple years, make some Spawn movie figures, especially if you got the new Spawn movie coming out next year or in 2027 or whenever it's coming out. Get some figures from the old movie, get some figures from the new movie, and let's get some Spawn movie figures. So finally, going back to his bread and butter, make a Spawn figure. But that's not the only news that excites me, because finally, I know that poor grifter was shelf forming everywhere, and I should have bought one when I had a chance to, but I might have to go back and buy it now, because they are going to put out the rest of the Wildcat figures from McFarlane Toys. We're going to see the Leader, the Warrior. We're going to see all the other Wildcats coming out. We're also going to see Hellspawn, which is going to be cool, because I remember having that figure as a kid. I had the Leader of the freaking Wildcats as well. I think might have had Grifter. I don't know. But yeah, I can't wait to see Wildcat figures. I'm probably the only person that's talking about wanting to see Wildcat figures. And when I rewatched the cartoon, what was it, a year or two ago, I was very excited for that. And I can't wait to see what else we get from that Wildcats line. But I can't wait to get the other characters. I might have to go back and find Grifter now. Maybe he'll re-release Grifter, I don't know. But I have to go find Grifter now. But I really want to see how the Hellspawn figure looks good, because, the original Wildcat figures were pretty good. I thought they were pretty good figures. I think Playmates made the original ones, and they were pretty good. That was one of the good things Playmates did. They did crappy Ninja Turtle figures. Their Power Ranger figures so far have not looked good. We still haven't seen anything new outside of the stuff they revealed at Comic-Con and earlier in the year from Power Rangers for them. But, so I can't wait to see the Wildcat figures come out. I'm very excited for that. They also had some other DC stuff coming out. No news about a Jack Nicholson Joker yet, or no news about a Batman 89 wave. But heck, like I said, they just make Jack Nicholson Joker because I got my 89 Batman figure over there, then I'll be fine with that. I don't need Vicky Vale. I don't need Alfred. I don't need Commissioner. I don't need Harvey Dent or any of them. I don't need Harry Bullock or Harvey, whatever his name. Art Eckhart. I don't need an Eckhart figure. If we get Batman and Joker, that's all I'll care about getting, because it probably would have been the only ones I buy, because we all know that Vicky Vale in Batman 89, you all know Vicky Vale was a booty call for Batman. He did not want to commit to that lady at all, but Alfred kept pushing him to commit to her. But in frickin' Batman Returns, we know he wanted to be with Catwoman. He wanted to be with Catwoman for sure. But Vicky Vale, she was just a booty call for Batman. He didn't want to commit to Vicky Vale. Joker was more devoted to Vicky Vale than Batman was in that freaking movie. If you ever watched maybe I should make a real villain. Maybe like D.D. Conway's Nostalgic Lab or something. Or Nostalgic Lounge. Not Lab. Nostalgic Lounge. He should do real villains of Batman being a real villain to frickin' Vicky Vale. Because he just used Vicky Vale for a booty call. Once he got the bat in the cave, he didn't want nothing to do with her. Kind of like how in The Dark Knight, in the Batman Begins, in the Dark Knight trilogy, Bruce Wayne wanted Rachel. He did not care about Talia al Ghul. He did get interested in Catwoman, but he did not want anybody else but Rachel until Rachel died and got with Harvey Dent. So yeah. But then he got the bat in the cave on Vicky Vale. But yeah, so I don't really need Vicky Vale. I don't need nothing else from Batman 89. Just freaking maybe Alfred from Batman 89, because Alfred was in all the other original Batman movies. Maybe Alfred from Batman 89. And maybe Commissioner Gordon. He wasn't that useful in it, but Maybe Alfred outside of the Joker. I really don't care about Vicky Vale. I mean, I'd freaking have Batman use her for a booty call too. I mean, yeah. Kim Basinger is hot, and she was hot at that time. But, you know, especially if you've seen Cool World. Woo-wee. I was like, yeah, Kim Basinger. Alec Baldwin was lucky when he was with her. But, yeah, so, you know, not no Batman 89 reveals, but hey, at least we're getting the Wildcats, yes. And I am not being sorry. I am serious. I seriously want Wildcat figures. I am not joking. I am not being sarcastic. I really want to see Wildcat figures. And Todd McFarlane getting back to Spawn figures. I'm very happy he's going to get back to his bread and butter and Spawn. And he can put his attention more toward the freaking Mortal Kombat figures. Give us Shao Kahn. Give us Quan Chi. Give us freaking Shang Tsung in all his different forms. Give us freaking my boy Kitaro. Give us Agoro. Give us Mutaro. Give us freaking Shiva. Give us all the Mortal Kombat figures we want, McFarlane. If you give us what we want with Mortal Kombat figures, we'll buy them. The only couple of ones I was really interested in is probably buying Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Reptile. Also, Raiden would be one. Not a big Liu Kang fan, so I probably won't buy Liu Kang or Katana. I don't care for either one of them. But Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Raiden, and Reptile would be cool to get. Maybe Melina. I don't know. But like, if we get like Shao Kahn and all that, that'd be awesome. Give us Johnny Cage. Give us Sona. Give us Kano. I don't think Storm ever did Kano. Did Storm do Kano? I don't know. I hear Storm might be going back to doing Mortal Kombat figures or Street Fighter figures, one of them. So I don't know. But Storm figures are pricey. But yeah, so come on, McFarlane. I can't wait for the Wildcat figures, and I am being dead serious. I can't wait to see more Spawn figures. We haven't seen Spawn figures much in the past. And Spawn is one of my favorite superheroes. So I want to see more Spawn figures. You know. And finally, McFarlane may be getting back to Spawn. His bread and butter. And I'm very, like I said, I really want to see those Wildcat figures. I seriously do. Now, when the Hasbro booth, I think it was JC, yeah, TNI News, he was going through the Hasbro booth, and I seen at the bottom of one of the Hasbro booths, it looked like VR Trooper figures. I'm like, are they going to bring back VR Trooper figures? I'm like, yeah, come on, man, I want to see some VR Trooper figures. We have not had VR Trooper figures just to show in it, and I was one of the few that probably liked VR Troopers. I thought VR Troopers was pretty good. It was up there with Power Rangers for me. God, I wish these people quit calling. It was up there with Power Rangers for me. I mean, I like Power Rangers, and I like VR Troopers. So I would like to see some VR Trooper figures. I even love the theme song. Give us a Grimlord, though, because I don't think the original toy line gave us Grimlord. And, you know, yeah, they never gave us Grimlord. Give us Grimlord. Give us the other troopers. I thought the VR Trooper suits looked pretty cool. Because they were more like Robo suits. Kind of like RoboCop. But, you know, I've been rewatching the show, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right, they did have those virtual realities. Why can't they just have the normal suits they had in virtual reality that they were having in the real world? Those suits look 10 times better than the frickin' virtual reality suits. I mean, come on now. But is Hasbro making freaking VR Trooper figures? Probably not. But it looked like I seen some VR Trooper stuff when I was watching his freaking... And it was running through the Hasbro booth. Because that's how I saw the freaking Giant Apocalypse. And then I just got a freaking nerdgasm. I went into a nerdgasm when I seen the Giant Apocalypse. I'm like, Giant Apocalypse! Oh! Apocalypse! Yeah, that was crazy. Giant Apocalypse! No. Oh boy, I'm freaking crazy. Giant Apocalypse! Do it in the freaking the voice of freaking Dr. Adler. Giant Apocalypse! Oh boy. Hey, let's get get to Mondo. So, Mondo revealed some new He-Man 2003 figures. I really wish that frickin' they would bring back the 2003 He-Man figures with frickin' Mattel. And you know, I have to say, and I usually don't like the newer stuff better than the older stuff. Like, I hated the newer Thundercats over the older Thundercats. And I've hated a lot of older shows over newer shows. But I kind of liked the 2002 He-Man show a little bit better than the original show. And I grew up watching the original He-Man show. But I thought it was a little bit better than the original show. Now, yeah, the original show is still good and all that, but it's real campy. It's got the same situation that, you know, G.I. Joe and all these other shows had, but yeah. I was surprised we didn't get more news on those Cops figures, but anyway, Mondo's putting out a bunch of those. They're putting out some new X-Men figures. They got a Beast coming out and all that, and I know a lot of people are excited for the Beast. But then they revealed from Our Real Ghostbusters, I think, yeah, might just be Real Ghostbusters. From Real Ghostbusters, that Sam Hain and that are coming out individually. Although when they put those figures out originally, like over a year ago, they said, oh, they're only coming out in this 2-pack, but now they're releasing them individually. Now, Sam Hain, like I said, is one of my favorite characters from the Real Ghostbusters cartoon. That's the character, when I think about the Real Ghostbusters cartoon, that stands out the most to me. Every time I think about the Real Ghostbusters cartoon, I'm like, oh yeah, I used to think his name was Pumpkinhead, but it's Sam Hain. So, because I just watched the episode on YouTube, somebody put it up, and I watched the episode where Sam Hain first came out, and I thought it was Sam Hain, but it's Sam Hain. So, yeah. But I really enjoyed that character, and I'm glad they're making a figure of it, but I'm still not going to pay the price point they're probably going to charge for it. It's probably going to be like $50 or so. But they got that, and then they had another one revealed that came with one of the other Ghostbusters, so yeah. But that's all the stuff. That's pretty much all the news I wanted to talk about. Like I said, if it was freaking cheaper, I would buy that Sam Hain. I wish someone would like Hasbro or something would freaking make the Real Ghostbusters figures and put out the monsters that were in that show, like the Boogeyman, Sam Hain. I think the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man was in the what was it, the pilot episode? I think so. But yeah, come on, put out some more Real Ghostbuster figures, Hasbro. Because I'm not paying the prices for Mondo. Treat those things like you treat the Marvel Legends, because the Marvel Legends figures, they got a lot of good stuff coming out. I only talked about a few things, but yeah. Anyway, I'm going to end this here because it was a pretty long video. It's almost as long as one of my live streams. In fact, it's as long as my freaking, last playthrough before I did Halloween Figure Havoc Friday. So, yeah. Anyway, let me know what news you were excited about from, New York Comic Con. Are you excited for the Giant Apocalypse? Are you excited for X-Men 97 Season 2 now? I am, because now I don't have to worry about nothing because we finally got some news about it. Do you think the news about the GTA trailer, GTA 6 trailer 3 coming out is true or not? Let me know in the comments on that too. Anyway, please like this video, leave a comment, subscribe for more, follow my Facebook fan page, Mr. Hornsby 83 Show, follow my Facebook business page, Trygen Toys, and I'll see you guys Friday for the playthrough of Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Peace out.